Yeah.
Welcome back, guys, to the Brewing Business Show. We are excited to be here again with you guys and bring you valuable information, especially in these times that everything is going crazy, people is going crazy. I know a lot of business owners are struggling right now with their businesses, but that doesn't mean the end of the world, and that's why in the Brewing Business Show, starting today,
not the end of the world. Cheers.
Not the end of the world. And for the next weeks, we're going to try to provide you guys with information that can help you thrive in these times. It is important, because again, it doesn't mean the end of the world, and there's solutions for you to sustain your business and make sure your business is going to survive through hard times. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about a very complicated topic for most business owners, and that's payment processing systems. So today I have with me Marshall Lowy. Welcome, Marshall.
What's up, what's up?
He is the co-founder of Serum Payne, a company that provides merchant processing services for small businesses. But not only they help business owners to save tons of money through merchant processing, he also helps people and business owners to grow and scale their business. So today, he's going to share with us very valuable information on how you guys can implement different strategies to protect your business in these times. And most importantly, how can you even save up to 95% of your merchant processing fees. So welcome, Marshall. I'm glad that you're here, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, as you guys might have read in the bio, I have this going on about 7 years experience in the payment processing industry. I started out working for another company as an employee for them, going door to door. So I was going door to door for a couple years there in the beginning, and I was probably that guy that pulled the door and came in and had a beer at your place and just talk shop. So been in the business for going on, this is my 7th year in the business. And I was just thinking the other day, like if a doctor was to go to school, coming up on 8 years to get your doctorate. So I feel like I've moved into almost getting my doctorate in the merchant processing world. So it is a dynamic industry and it can be complicated, but what we try to do is make it like the least complicated as possible. So I try to simplify it for my clients, and that is the main goal, is to not get a whole lot of crap thrown at you. Just try to simplify the whole process and get you set up with the right system and exactly what works for your business. Every business is different, even one brewery to the next. You need several different things. You might need like a point of sale system in your place. You might need a mobile solution to go out and sell 6-packs or whatever you're doing. Might need an online solution. So we have all of that. And what we do is kind of take a consultative approach to help you guys navigate those waters. So again, I try to simplify it as much as possible. We started Certain Pay about a year ago, and the whole, the mission of Certain Pay was to not just be your payment processor, but to also help your business grow. And so we have a lot of tools, a lot of partners to jump in there and help you at every step of the way, whether you're just starting out, whether you're just in the middle, or you're in scale mode. So we want to help you at every step of the way with all of our resources. I have a ton of friends, in the business. I have a ton of friends in the lending business, payroll, anything that would come up. We try to just have that ready for you guys. And that's kind of the mission of Certain Pay. And we are actually, in our business, we're in scale mode. So we were in the startup phase. We're kind of coming out of that phase to where we can, start doing some marketing like you're helping these business owners with. We can start doing those funnels, getting online. And right now is a really good time for you guys. And that's what we're focused on, is to be online, because everybody is stuck in their house. As you can see, we improvised today. Welcome to my house, right? So I just moved in about a month ago, and so stuff is not hung up yet, but here we are. We had a nice place over, like an office space in my apartment complex, but that was locked due to the COVID-19 and everything's locked down. So we're here in Dallas, Texas. We're drinking IPA, and
there's no reason why to stop doing this and bring this value. So that's why we're here improvising. That's why it took us a couple of minutes to jump in here, guys. But we're here now, and stick around, because Marshall's going to share a lot of valuable information that probably you haven't heard anywhere else, and that's what matters to me. So you guys have this information, so you can guys go through this season, survive, and even make your business thrive. So Marshall, why don't you tell us a little about your background so people can get to know you better?
Sure, yeah. So, when I started in the payment industry, of course, going door to door, how I was taught was to come in there and just provide a lower rate for whoever I'm talking to. So the whole goal was to look at your current payment processing statement, come back and then offer you a better rate. So I did that for over the years, and I started to find that it's not just about rate with a lot of people. And the whole mission of Certain Pay has kind of changed up because we've found that we can find so many different things in the business that you could improve, not just on rate. So I don't even have to look at your payment processing statement or anything. I can look at your point of sale system. I can try to, speed that up, make it more efficient, get your money faster, and really just provide value. And that's what we're after, is we want to be that trusted person that you can go to with any issues that you might have, as opposed to, hey, I got the lowest rate, and then I set you up, and then you don't see me for another month or two, and then you wonder whether I still have a job there. But so I own the company. Our goal is to be your advisor and help you every step of the way. And so that's kind of what separates Certain Pay from all the other payment processing companies. They're just going to come in and give you a lower rate. And the truth of the matter is that I talk about it every day, is that sometimes it's a smoke and mirrors offer. So sometimes they go for the lowest rate they can offer you, and then 2 or 3 months down the road, it'll increase. And so that brings me to a product that we have that we've been developing. It's an app called Rate Tracker. So this is coming out in the next month or two, where we can track your effective rate. So a lot of times if you get that payment processing statement, it's hard to read. You don't exactly know what you're paying and why. We have something called Rate Tracker that you can plug in your bank account information and just go to this app and see if your rate is getting out of control without even having to look at a payment processing statement. So what that does is twofold, is it keeps everybody honest, right? We're going to call them out, but we also want you to get set up with it to keep us honest. And so if the rate increases, you have this rate tracker, and you can come back to us and say, what is this fee that jumped on our statement, or why is my rate inflated from what you offered at first? And so we're calling each other out. We're trying to reform that industry through Rate Tracker, and we feel like that is going to make the whole industry just way more transparent. And that's what we're after. We just want honest. We want to make this industry more honest and just call each other out and make sure everybody's doing the right thing. So that's kind of the mission.
Which I believe is really important, man, because we know that there's a lot of people out there that are not doing the right thing, especially during these times. It's the time that we need to take care of our business, look out for each other, and make sure that everything is running smoothly, because people try to take advantage of others, especially in this time. And you were mentioning about these fees and all that stuff, and from my perspective, we go back from the first step one when you decide to go for a merchant processing company, right? When I used to own a brick and mortgage business, right? For me, it was like, just give me whatever the fuck I can find. I just need this shit. Let's get roll. But so many times, I know that you have talked about this before. There's so many hidden fees that the business owners haven't even realized that they're being charged of. Can you explain us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, one of the big ones would be PCI compliance, and so you might see that on your statement, where it's a compliance fee that you might be charged for. Maybe your system is not compliant with the Visa, MasterCard, Discover companies. So it's a fee that somebody will add on if you did not take a questionnaire. And so part of what we have at Certain Pay, when you get signed up, we have a follow-up process where we have somebody in the office that calls you and says, hey, my name is Michelle. She's our administrative person that calls up, and she says, hey, I'm just calling to get you PCI compliant. We want to make sure that you're not being charged this fee. And so we totally wipe that off your statement. So I've seen fees from $50 all the way up to $125. So $125 a month really adds up if you do not have to pay that fee. So we want to come in, do the right thing, set you up with the right system, but also get you PCI compliant. And a couple other fees, there's always just little junk fees that you might not know what they are. And, we can go with a fine comb or a magnifying glass and find those. and really just set you up on a transparent statement and be honest throughout the whole process. So that's kind of what we're about.
Right.
So,
and what's the reason why all these hidden fees that sometimes people or business owners face?
Well, it's like you said before, like you want to just get started quick, right? And so I was working on a deal with a guy actually in Atlanta recently, and they need to get going. You get to a point in your business where, let's say it's a restaurant, you do all the process to get everything going, you got everything set up, but the last thing you think about is the system.
Right.
Okay, and so some people, and I don't want to say the majority of people, but sometimes you might run out of money. And then it comes to, all right, I'm going to have to go with the cheapest point of sale system, and then I'm going to have to take what I get. And these payment processors know that, right? And so it's part of the thing where they come in and they say, all right, real quick, we'll set you up here. And, you know, I talk about it all day long, and it's just a smoke and mirrors offer where they say, all right, we're going to do this cheap rate for your payment processing system. And can we see any comments out there? I don't know if anybody's had a system where they've seen something and then it got offered, you know, say 1.5%. But then you also have to have an expert that says, you know, what is interchange? At 1.5% is not 1.5%. End of the day, it comes out to be about 3.5 to 4%. And so make sure that you're asking the right questions. And, you know, we won the deal because we were transparent and honest with them throughout the whole process. You know, this other company was offering a better deal on the lease, but we found that what the other company was offering was 1.5% over interchange. And so we set you up on a fair rate. A fair rate for us, for their volume, would be about, you know, 0.5. And so we'd be a fraction of that, and that's a fair cost. And then we set you up with a good system. You might be paying a little bit, it looks like a little bit more, but we're being fair. And so we stand by our price and we say, look, this is a fair price. I know that looks a lot better, but it's a smoke and mirrors offer. And so it's the best way that we can do it is kind of just come after later and say, I told you so. So a lot of times I have to do that. I told you so, but we hate doing that, right? So it's kind of like we want to build the trust in the first place to say, look, just trust us here. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors offers out there that you might, you know, get hit 2 or 3 months down the road, and this turns into hundreds, and then it turns into thousands of dollars per month. And so that's a big deal for your business.
And then you're losing a lot of money.
Then you're losing money, yeah.
No, so, like you were saying, something you have to be in that point, like I told you so, you know. And
I hate doing that.
I hate doing it too, but I think that's the reason why we're doing this, right? Because it is important for people to understand that, we're in times where you need to find a way to save money in your business, and sometimes your money can be leaking money from a place where you don't even have a fucking idea that is losing money, right? And sometimes that can be your merchant processing system. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Especially when
to be very candid about it,
and you have to be honest. You know, that's the whole point. Maybe this truth might hurt somebody, but at the end of the day, it's the truth.
And the truth hurts.
Like our mentor says, right? The truth will set you free, but the problem is gonna piss you off first. But you know, the truth is that's what it does, right? So, and the reason why I bring this to you is because I have seen a lot of, especially with the brewery owners. They love so much what they do. You know, they're so focused on brewing beer that sometimes they just forget about these important little things in their business. You know, it's like, just set me out with merchant processing and let's roll.
Right,
know?
right.
Especially in these times right now where, like, okay, we're trying to cut the cost, right? Because probably sales are going to go down, right? We're going to have less people. Businesses are shut down right now. Nobody can walk into the breweries, into the restaurants, into the bars. So you need to find a way to cut your cost.
Yep.
How a merchant processing can have a huge impact
and also you got to get creative. You got to get creative at a time like this. And in our business, we're getting very creative. We got 2 things that I put on Facebook the other day is we're offering financing. You know, of course, the cash advances, lines of credit. We want to set you up in the better situation. The SBAs, they're figuring it out with the government, as you've seen on the news. What we can do is kind of get your information at first, and then we can slide you into the right SBA program. If somebody's coming and telling you that they have the SBAs ready, it's not the truth. So you need to make sure that these programs are ready. I mean, they're getting them ready. They're coming. Right. But we can collect the documents and make sure we can provide you with working capital. But I just talked to an expert an hour ago that said they're not quite ready yet. And
I think it's great that you bring that up because, like you were saying, they're not ready yet. And I know, and I have seen ads already on social media, people offering this type of business loans. You know, so what would be a good advice for the people watching, and even in the future, because this is not only about the season we're going through, because I know this information can help everybody in any season, right?
Right.
But what do you advise them when it comes to like signing up for a loan in these times? Probably they need a loan, line of credit, something that can help them get through this season. What do you recommend them in terms of what to look into it to see if it's legit or not, or just something that can benefit them at this point?
Well, you want to look at, if you have a lender set up for your business already, you want to just have a conversation with them and say, what's available for relief at this point? Like what's available for my business that I can get relief from, you know, all these customers that aren't coming in, we're losing profits. The government is working on relief funds to give you. So you want to go with that trusted advisor, right? So I'm the trusted advisor in payment processing. I have a trusted lender that we work with. So you can, I don't know if you have the form there to sign up. Either way, you know, you just put it in there and say, I want to look into an SBA loan. I want to look into some financial help. We can do that for you. I can advise you to the right person, and they can walk you through that process. So it's similar to the payment processing, is that they just walk you through the process and get you set up on the right plan and collect the documents that needed. And then, you know, if your business has been in business for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you might be in a better situation than others. But you know, at this point, you can get approved for lending a little bit easier now than it was before. And so just have that conversation, start having the conversation and getting ready for what may happen. You're going to need cash flow, and that's just the truth of the matter, right?
Right.
And so even our company is looking into getting cash flow. And so every business needs that to keep pumping and keep rolling. So I would highly recommend just finding an expert. We have the connections there to find an expert for lending. And then number two, I would say, like we hit on, is just being creative, and especially now, you know. And you mentioned on your Facebook wall is to maybe go online. You know, start selling your 6-packs online. That's an idea. I was just thinking maybe like a truck. What if they were driving around giving away 6-packs of beer?
Truck.
Yeah, like a food truck, but it has beer in it. Like, you know, you have your keg set up in the truck, and then if I'm walking the dog and I see this truck drive by, it has a keg in it.
It has to be compliant with the.
I don't know what's compliant,
and laws and all that kind of stuff.
Like
but
said,
it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if it's allowed by the city, it probably can be a good idea, because that's what we're looking for right now. You know, find ideas, find ways where they can keep that cash flowing into their breweries, right?
Yep.
And like you were saying, like right now is the time to. Well, I always understood that. Good times is where you need to get like line of credit and be prepared, right?
True.
But
that's the truest statement I've ever heard.
For those who haven't done that or didn't do that before, and now they're in this situation, I know a lot of people might be thinking like, oh, why am I going to invest in a marketing strategy right now? Why am I going to invest or get involved in a line of credit or in some business loan when I'm not even making any money, right? Because that's the mentality, right? And that's the
fear talking.
That's the fear talking.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the fear talking where people is like, why am I going to do this when we are going to recession, right? But I believe that this is the right time to do business, right? And getting a business loan, it doesn't mean that you're getting into debt. It doesn't mean that you are fucking yourself. Explain them how they can benefit from actually getting something to get to, because we don't know what's going to happen next month, right? It's uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen. They can be closed for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks. Who knows, right?
Who knows? We don't know.
But
we're all in the same situation.
Yeah,
this is going to be epic. This is going to be an epic live stream.
And that's why we drink.
I don't know.
Let's drink beer.
Let's drink beer. I don't know. It's 1 o'clock. Cheers to that.
Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to change that in their mind, and why it's important for them to actually look into SBA loan, for example, into a new merchant processing, because we are in bad times. It doesn't mean they can go out and shopping for a new service.
Right. So what I want to say to that point, and as a part of being creative, is that you might have the fear to not go and pay for that marketing campaign. But let me tell you, that there's eyes on social media right now. There's more eyes on social media right now because everybody's stuck in their house. And so, like our mentor tells us, Ryan Stewman, he says, hey, all the eyes are looking in there on social media. And if you put an ad out and say, look, we're still open, we're still doing business, you might not invite them into your place, but you say, hey, you can support your local brewery by buying this at a discounted rate. I don't know what you want to do, but get creative. And with that fear, it's twofold. I mean, like, the fear creeps in, and I myself, we all feel the fear, but it really is the time to, realize what's happening, stay moving. And I put a post this morning about just keep moving. Water gets stale when it just sits still. There's bacteria that forms when water just stays still. You got to just keep it moving. Be like water. So, that fear is going to creep in. Everybody else is feeling the fear. But if you realize that all the eyes, they're on social media, throw an ad out, and you can actually thrive in this time. I can just say that. But if you get rid of that fear, and then you say, hey, I've got a good head on my shoulders. We're going to be all right. We're going to get through it. I'm going to apply for this loan. I'm going to try to save money on my payment processing, and then I'm going to do an ad, and boom, just take that step. It's going to be a huge thing for your business.
Absolutely. Especially right now that probably a lot of people is looking into how they can get more people into their business, right?
Right.
And like you were saying, having that money available, having a marketing strategy that can actually go and help them get in front of more people so people can remember them, right? The weekend is almost here, right? People probably gonna be ready to get drunk.
Yeah.
Right? Have a couple of beers and have time with their family while they're watching a movie with their kids or whatever, right? But I think is why you're saying, I believe, is very, very important to understand, because I know that we are in like freak out right now. Like, what the hell are we gonna do, right? Mm-hmm. So now that you mentioned that, we're gonna talk about the business loans and about how you can help the breweries, and tell us more about how your system has been able to save them that amount of money on a monthly basis, or how they can impact the business can have right now by finding a different merchant processing.
Yeah, so what we try to do is, like I said, be that trusted advisor just to talk to you about the situation. And when we find something that was, it is moving towards like a trend, we want to be able to offer that to our customers. So we've been traditionally pricing everybody for a long time. And I mentioned to you before that for this cash discounting program that we have that can wipe out 95% of your fees, you can essentially pass the fee on to your customers. At this point, it makes sense, and it's coming. You do have to evaluate your customers and see if they're going to get mad at seeing a receipt that says they got charged 50 cents, 75 cents on the receipt. For a low average ticket, let me just tell you that 92% of people sign their ticket without even looking at the receipt. Okay, and then we can set you up as very compliant. We can have signs on your door that say cash discount. You do get a discount if you pay with cash. You do have to pay this amount if you pay with credit card. And me personally, if there's all kinds of companies that charge the fee, and you see it, and they say it's going to be this for credit card. Okay, I pay it because I like the convenience. I don't carry cash. I just have my credit card. And end of the day, I always say, like, you're going to lose maybe one or two customers, but at the end of the day, 92% of people don't even look at the receipt. And so it's something to explore. It's something we can talk about. It is good for the low average ticket people. You see it at let's say Specs. They've been doing cash discount, saving if you pay with cash or debit.
They do.
They've been doing it forever, but it's coming from more small businesses, and you guys can offer that compliantly. And so I've always said, we want to follow the compliance and legalities, and that's huge of importance. And I've always advised my clients to be compliant and legal and do it right, and now it's here and we can offer it. So basically you're passing along the fee to the customer, and then your statement every month reads $35 a month, and that's a flat fee that we charge. You do get charged for the tips, but there's no way for us to go in and do a cash discount for a tip line. So but you could still save a butt ton with this cash discount program. So we're happy to offer that. We've been doing our research on it for months and months and months. So we vet out companies left and right. We make sure that they're honest companies. We make sure that it's a compliant program. We make sure that we know what we're talking about when we offer this to our clients, because I treat every client like it's my own business. I'm not going to go in there and say, all right, here's the rate, and then we raise it 2-3 months down the road, and then you say, well, certain pay sucks. So that's not the goal. Like, we want to say, it's the opposite, to say certain pay is awesome.
Right.
And so that is the goal. So be awesome and help our clients, and that's the end of the day. That's what we're here to do. So
yeah, I guess that's why you start a business, to help others, right? So Adam.
Right, Adam.
Yeah.
Thomas,
Adam.
Oh yeah, Thomas is one of our clients. So yeah, awesome.
So yeah, man, like you were saying, is completely right. And now you said that you're gonna have this program coming soon, right?
It's here.
Oh, it's here already.
It's here.
And you were saying that you need to qualify for this program, right?
It's the same qualifications
Okay.
as a regular merchant account. So it's always an underwriting process to get a merchant account, but it's the same. It's a similar process. So it takes about a day or two to get approved. We make sure that you're the right type of business for the cash discount. Like I said, low average ticket, and I'm talking to you guys, the breweries, you guys do have low average ticket. The charge to the customer is going to be below $1. And so it makes sense if I see 50 cents on the receipt, I'm going to sign it all day. And that's just me. And I mean, we can discuss that one-on-one if you like, but 92% people don't look at it. And if I went to your brewery and I got charged 50 cents, not sure, I would still come back.
Absolutely.
I'd be a little hazy after, all right, 50 cents, cool, charge to the game, all right.
Well, like you say, 92% of people don't even look at it. But
it is an option. So at Certain Pay, we want to give you the options, and we want to share with you what's out there and what's current and what's good. And that's why it pays to have a payment processor that is, we have our ear to the street and we know what's going on. And it is an offer that will make sense for your business. So, we want to help where we can.
Right.
Any resources that we have, we want to help.
What's been the experience of the people that has been working with this already?
So I will tell you this, like we talked about before, the fear, right?
Yeah.
That you're going to lose customers, that you're maybe in a small town that says, all right, benefit, but the fear, if I can jump back onto the train of thought we had, it's just the fear that you might lose customers. And I'll tell you where it's being successful is California, New York, the busy areas and the places where, the travel places, like people coming in really quick, they're not locals, they're going to come in and just pay the bill and leave. Now that makes sense, totally makes sense there, but it also makes sense for the people that you have regular customers. You're going to, like I said, I'm just going to go back to 92% of people don't look at it. You might lose a couple of customers, but at the end of the day, they're going to come back to you for the ambiance that you have at your place, the taste of the beer, and reinforce that with them, and it should be a win-win.
But I believe at some point it is okay if you lose a couple customers, because when you have, how you're running your business, how you're doing things in your business, you have the right marketing strategy. Right, you're gonna attract the right people. You're gonna repel the wrong people.
Right,
which is important, right? Mm-hmm. Because not everybody
Absolutely.
is suited for your business.
Absolutely.
No matter what type of business you have, nobody is suited for your business. That's why you need to know who's your audience, who's the perfect client, and you don't want to deal with people that is gonna give you a bad review, right, on your Facebook page or in Yelp or whatever you use to get reviews from other people, right?
Right.
So if that is something that people don't understand and is gonna push them to just leave, probably was not the right customer for you. Would you agree?
I agree. And you guys at breweries, you can have diehard people. I mean, the taste of a beer is important. If I come in and I love the taste of, Deep Ellum IPA, local, but it's not even an ad. I don't know why I did that. But if you love the taste of the beer, you're going to come back for the taste of the beer, not because they charge you 50 cents on a credit card bill.
And also the experience and the relationship that you can build with them as an owner, as a business owner. Yeah, all those things, all those little pieces, at the end they play together. So I think it's very important, and it's have a huge impact in how you grow your business, right? So What do you recommend besides looking at the merchant processing these times? Because again, we don't know what's going to happen in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. We don't know where we're going to be at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like we're here today, like we were said before. Like
Hey, we're here. We're here right now for this second.
Recording this.
Right this second. We're right here. We might not be here in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2. The countdown. Oh, my stream went down again.
Yeah, so now we're here. We're doing this, right? We don't know where we're gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna plan for tomorrow. You're not gonna plan for a month. You're not gonna plan for 6
Don't quit.
months.
You can't quit. That's not an option.
Right.
Quitting is not an option.
You're right. And I know you're big into the mindset, and I think that's what makes you successful in your business, you know, because I think that's where everything started. I made a story on my Instagram today about how important it is to stop paying attention to all the bullshit that we're hearing recently, you know. Like,
Absolutely.
We're not saying that all this shit is not real. It's real, but they are overreacting, and people and the news are exaggerating what's going on right now, right? But the most important thing that everybody can do right now, especially business owners, is to feed their mind with positivity, right? Starting the day with gratitude. Like, pay attention to things that are important in life, right? Like, instead of panicking about what I'm gonna do with my business if this keeps going for another month, it's like, instead of thinking that way, it's like, what solution I can find right now to make sure my business is gonna still open and running in a month. Would you agree?
Like I said this morning, this is the analogy that I used this morning, is that still water gets stale. And this is a Bruce Lee. This is not my quote, but that the still water gets stale, and there's bacteria that builds up in still water. You got to keep it moving. And so anything you can do to keep it moving, you know, exercising in the morning. I always go exercise, run, or ride on this gym that's closed down, but there's a Peloton bike. You know, I get on there every morning and just move around, and then things happen once you start moving, right? So yeah, I think at this point you got to stay positive, and you got to keep moving, and you know, breathing that into your people. And that's we're having a call with our people tomorrow about just keeping moving. You know, just like it doesn't matter. Like, everybody has the same fear, and we all just need to keep on keeping on and keep on moving. Stay positive, laugh when you can. You know, appreciate the little things. You know, we do have internet. We do have. You know, we're able to do it at our house. You know, things like that. It's huge on mindset, because, you know, at the end of the day, you gotta be positive, man.
Yeah.
I don't see any other way.
No, you're right. I was talking yesterday with my wife, and she sent me a message, and she was like, you know what? It doesn't matter what happened in the next couple of days or weeks, as long as we have a roof over our heads, as long as we have food on our table, as long as our baby girl, my dog, Athena, because that's
your baby girl.
Yeah, that's how we call her. That's our baby
Where's
girl.
Where's my dog? Ringo.
He's right
Can
there
you see
in
him?
the back. Yeah, they can see it.
Ringo! Look at him.
As long as our baby girl has food too, you know, we're cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna keep working. She keeps doing her real estate. I keep doing all the marketing stuff, and I know we're gonna be okay. We're gonna keep pushing forward, and that's something that everybody has to do at this point, you know.
Yep.
Like, instead of freaking out, let's find solutions. There's somebody here that can help you guys save money through your merchant processing. Let me just say, like, it's not going to hurt for us to have a conversation, you know, and just somebody that can steer you in the right direction. Every day, I'm just trying to. Here's my mindset: is to help that business where they're at. If I can help them with a solution that I have, I will help you. If I do not have the solution, I'm going to steer you in the right direction to help you. And so it wouldn't hurt just to have a conversation about your business and see what we can do. And I see no fallacy in that. You know, like, we're just here to help. I believe that's another important thing to say, because most brewery owners and business owners in general, it's hard for them to find people that they can actually help, and people that they can reach out and ask for help. Like, hey, I need you to advise me on this. What can I do with this? What can I do with whatever you have to take care of in your business, right? That's a problem too, you know, because we live in a world where everybody's like, oh yeah, I can help you, but you have to pay me for it. It doesn't work that way, right? Like, we're here to help. You're here to help.
Yeah, at this point, you know, it's more about if I can help somebody for free, you know, I will, because this is about the world and about humanity at this point.
Yeah.
You know, I want to use what I know to just help people stay in business, because if we help people stay in business, then our economy keeps moving and keeps growing. And so that I have a bigger picture in mind. You know,
you're right.
All the time.
Like we were talking the other day with the toilet paper, right? Like you were down to 2.
Yeah, I've got 2 rolls. I've got two. If anybody has any toilet paper, 14650 Landmark Boulevard, mail it my way. Apartment number 1448, Dallas, Texas.
But I told you, man, I still have 8 left, and that's from the last time I went to Costco.
And you didn't bring a roll of toilet paper when you came over.
Shit, I forgot. I will stop by later and I will drop it off, man.
No, I'm good. They're the big rolls. There's 2 equals 4.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm good for like another month or 2. So I'm good.
That's funny.
I had a girl that was going to come over, and that's why I was worried, because you know how the girls act around toilet paper. They use all the toilet paper. Let me just say that. If you're going to remember anything, you're married. A lot of you guys have girlfriends, but girls use a lot of toilet paper. Just if you get anything out of this video, just remember that.
That's hilarious, man.
Oh, man.
No, you're totally right. But anyway, there's something else you want to add, man?
Yeah, I mean, you know, end of the day, you know, I had a couple of notes here. You know, it's a trying time, right? We have the online ordering. You can set up an online store if that's an option for you. If you're moving in that direction, you can sell whatever, you know, your accessories online. Eyeballs are on the social media at this point. Just remember that. Stay away from the fear, right? Fear is not going to grow your business. You know, keeping moving forward and staying positive is going to help grow your business. And I am in the same position as you, right? We all throw our hands up and go, well, it's time to start thinking about getting creative and start to think about what can you do to help. And that's what helps me the best, is what can I do to help everybody? And then ideas come. Yeah. So I think that should be the first solution. Is beer, end of the day, man, it helps people. You know, it helps people bring up their spirits. Middle of the day, we're throwing up our hands, going, I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll have a couple beers and we're going to figure it out. Yeah. And I think the most genius ideas, as you guys probably know, the breweries, like genius ideas come from being at the bar, drinking a beer or, you know, a Crown Royal. Where's Scott Muncie at? I don't know if he's on here, but he wanted to bring the Crown, but we're drinking beer. We're drinking beer today.
No, but you know what? Why you say it's funny, because when I came out with the marketing brewing company, it was after a beer. So yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, you're completely right. Cheers for that, you know? Because you're right. You know, and these people are very into their communities. So yeah, you guys have to serve your community. So don't give up, no matter how hard shit gets right now. You know, we're here to help. This group where we're recording this is here to help too. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to share ideas. Feel free to support each other. Because that's the whole point, you know, to support each other and get out of this situation together. The point is not to leave people behind. It's like, if you guys are a strong brewery, if you have a strong business that is not struggling through this, it's time to pull out the small guys, you know, and help them get through all this situation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you know the thing, you know the solution, say, hey, this helped my business, and then you can help your other brewery friends. You know, I know you guys all hang out together. It's like, help your brewery friends, bring them up, you know.
No, you know, there was I think it was in Mississippi, there was this brewery that they start producing hand sanitizer and water. You know, I post the article in the group, and that's how they going through all this season. You know, people needs a hand sanitizer. We have another member in the group.
And they need toilet paper, as you know, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm saving the junk mail already.
Who's got toilet paper?
I'm saving my junk mail for the first time in my life. I'm just kidding, guys.
You're not gonna give a toilet paper.
I mean, yesterday I went to my mailbox, man. It was this bunch of junk mails.
Oh, then you're good.
I'm all set up. One problem to worry about.
Got it covered. Just put a little water on it. So you know, whatever.
That's funny.
Whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're laughing and we're making a lot of jokes, but it is good for this time, you know. Like, let's just have fun, guys, because it's not the end of the world. We're not dying.
Yeah.
So, prayers for the people that is actually sick, you know.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Hope they can get through this. And well, we send prayers to these people, honestly.
Yeah, true. Praying doesn't hurt. gratitude, thoughtful thoughts, thinking about others is will get you through. That's the truth.
Absolutely.
That is the truth, my man.
But anyway, man, there's anything else you would like to add? Some encouraging message you would like to say to the audience?
I just want to stay on this thing all day and just drink beer and see whatever else, what comes up,
Yeah,
Let's do like an all day live and just say me and Pedro hanging out. Hey, we're hanging out again because we want to, and we're bored at the house.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, but that's funny. But that's the best way to approach something. I don't know much about the U.S. culture, but I'm from Guatemala, right?
I didn't notice. I didn't even notice.
You don't know the accent? You don't hear the freaking accent?
Oh no.
Anyway,
I thought you were American.
I mean, we're not.
I'm darker than him. I'm darker than Pedro. Write that down.
That's funny. But man, we make fun of everything.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, we make fucking fun of everything. No matter how bad shit gets, we're just gonna make fun of everything. You know what? Because what else are you gonna do? Right?
What else are you gonna do? Yeah, absolutely, man. I make fun of his accent a lot, but it's just fun, and it just brings a new light to things. And what else are you gonna do, right? Throw up your hands and say, just have some fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, and that's when the good ideas come.
Exactly, and that was my point. That when you have this scarcity mentality, you're not able to see beyond your fear. You get blocked. You don't see the solution. You cannot see your options. But you just clear your mind, have a good time, and have gratitude in your life. Then you're able to see the way out.
Well, couldn't have said it better myself.
And I said it with an accent.
I could not have said it better myself, man.
Oh my god!
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's with Pedro.
He's making fun of my accent, you see. And that's what all my friends do all the time. So that's fine. These racist bastards.
He is my friend. He's my amigo from Guatemala.
Yeah. Well, you see, we can have fun out of everything. But thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it. I think you drop a lot of information. And if you guys need something, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to Marshall. We just drop a link in the description of this video. If you guys need a free consultation, we need Marshall and his team to audit a little bit of your merchant processing system right now and see how you guys can save money through all this time. You can go to that link and then you can schedule a free consultation with him and see how we can help you guys. And if you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. We will check after we finish the live stream and respond to any questions you guys have there. And other than that, I think we're done for today, man. Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it, brother.
Stay positive. We're gonna come out of this and sell plenty of beer.
And cheers
for that.
Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day, and take care. What's going on, guys? Thank you for watching. This show was brought to you by the Marketing Brewing Company. And if you know somebody out there who can benefit from all this information, make sure you share this episode on your Facebook, on your Instagram, your LinkedIn, send it by text, email, whatever you got to do to spread the word and help us reach more people. Now, if you're a brewery owner who's ready to grow and scale your business, make sure you go to the link in the description. That's marketingbrewingcall.com. Enter your information. That way, one of my team members can reach out to you, hear more about your business, about your story, and find a way to help you grow and scale your business and take your brewery to the next level. And also, guys, if you have some suggestions, if you would like to see some special guests in the future, you can also send your suggestions to pedro@marketingbrewingcall.com. I would love to read any suggestions you may have, because the goal and the purpose of this show is to equip you guys with resources, tools, and information that can help you grow and scale your business, but also that can help you do better things in your lives. So I hope you guys are enjoying this show. Make sure you share it with everybody, and I will see you guys on the next episode. In the meantime, cheers and have a great day.